go with questions.
Michael, you're pretty good at knowing the history of the sport pretty well. Are you aware that you've never lost to Ryan in a trials or the Olympics, and why you think you have that sort of advantage over him, or have had that?
I mean, I think, like I've said before, racing somebody like him, it doesn't really matter where he is in training. He's somebody who's always really tough. And we do race each other very well. And like you saw, we race each other to the last stroke. And I think it's just, we both just go to that next level when we swim with one another. And for me personally, looking at tonight's race, there's so much I can improve on. It's a decent time, and I got on the team. That's really all that it was. I'm really not pleased with the time, but like I said, there's four weeks where we can really improve. And tonight was brutal. That hurt. The 100 fly hurt. So what am I in, lane 2 or something tomorrow? 2 or 7 or something? First time in that lane, so that should be fun.
Michael, you already kind of alluded to this, but as satisfying as a lot of this week has been, is it already in the corner of your mind that you're going to need to be faster in Rio?
100%.
You're already sort of analyzing how to get there?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of small things that Bob and I can work on. I mean, if you look at any of my turns in the IM, they were all awful. So it's a lot of the small things, and like I said to him today, I said my legs haven't felt like they normally feel during a taper at all this whole meet. So, I think he's already, when I was sitting down, that's what we were going back and forth talking about some stuff. So I think that's something that he's already planning on changing for Rio. And I think we're in a good place where we can improve if we want to win a medal. Because I think it's going to take a lot faster times than the 2 finals that I've had so far.
Yeah, Michael, what's been the recovery since you finished the 100 fly? What have you been doing, and how much more do you feel this maybe now than past doubles you've done?
I mean, I haven't done a double like this in a long. I mean, I did it 4 years ago, but I haven't done a double this close in a really long time. So we did lactate readings, and before the 100 fly, I was 5. So clearance is 3 or lower. And after the 100 fly, I was 13. And after the award ceremony, I was 12. So I spent a lot of time cooling down, and I cleared pretty good. I got down to 1.2, which I don't remember the last time I've gotten down to 1. So I had a good clearance. I drinking like a protein carb drink, and had 2 bare naked bars, and that's about it. I'm gonna get a massage. I'm gonna go sit in a 50-degree ice tank, and I'm gonna go home and pass out.
Michael, in 20 years, you've had a good year so far. In 20 years, you look back on this year, what do you take away from this year as a whole, and this week specifically?
20 years from now, I'm going to be happy that I came back and decided to go another Olympics. That was something that I didn't want to have. I never wanted to have that what if. And I think this journey has been incredible. Being able to fall in love with the sport again is something that I've always wanted to do again. And I did it on my terms. So coming back and being able to make my 5th Olympic team, it's special. This week has been very special, and especially with Boomer here.
Phil.
Michael, you guys are pretty close the whole race, but it seemed like with maybe 20, 25 meters to go that you were dead even. Did you know where he was, and then did you get a sense that you might have to power through those last few strokes to beat him?
I knew we were about even coming off the breast of free wall. I just saw a glimpse of him out of the corner of my left eye, and I mean, it's so funny. I literally was watching the replay of the 2012 when they were replaying it on the TV in here, and we were in the same lanes, and it was pretty much the same exact race. So it's kind of crazy how our races usually work. You know, they usually do come down to the touch, and I mean, I tried to overkick sort of going into the last 25 because I did know how close it was, and well, I just wanted to get my hand on the wall first.
Karen.
Michael, as cool as it is to make a fifth Olympic team, do you feel any sense of frustration or puzzlement that you've put in all this extra work, you've trained really well, and I think your times, at least in the 200 fly, were faster at the 2012 trials when you didn't have the background. Do you and Bob have a understanding of why that might be?
I mean, I hope he does. I mean, I've trusted him for this long. So I think I'm just trusting the process. You know, there have been a lot of frustrations in meets that I've had over the last 2 years, and maybe this is just one of them. You know, just being able to get on the team and being able to have the chance to improve over the next couple of weeks. You know, I think it's going to be good. You know, I always love training with a different group, and you know, we're going to have a great group of guys, and some of the guys who are on the team are excellent trainers, and I've already trained with them before. So I'm looking forward to that. And Connor's coming back to Arizona with us and going to train down there for the next week. So, you know, I think just making some small changes and, you know, for some strange reason, when I was 11 years old, I trusted Bob when he told me I could make the Olympic team. And that trust hasn't gone away yet.
Dan.
Michael, we talked a little bit about the flat tire that you got before.
Yeah,
going
Ryan
out
gave me
there.
a flat tire walking out. I was
And
so pissed.
it just seems like you guys are maybe a little more jokey than you were in the past. Can you talk about how your relationship has evolved personally over the years?
I mean, honestly, I think we've both just grown up. You know, I do feel like I talk to him more and joke around with him more than I really did in the past. You know, I think we're both just loving life and loving what we're doing, and he caught me by surprise when he gave me a flat tire walking out, and we were just joking around behind the block. You know, so it's you know, I think it shows that we're both enjoying ourselves, and you know, it is crazy. Like, I mean, we've been racing each other for 13 years, and tonight was the last race that you guys on American soil will see between the two of us. So, pretty cool, and you know, we've had a lot of amazing races, and looking forward to hopefully putting on a good show, and that I am in Rio.
Michael, you obviously know this scope of history. You've made the 8 gold medals, the 5 straight Olympic teams, and the 3 straight gold medals in one event that you did twice. In this event, you'll have a chance to become the first man to win 4 straight gold medals in one event. What would that mean to you, and then how do you think the other competition is going to be, specifically Kazke Aguino, who's been 155.0 this year, you know, trying to interrupt your chance at history?
You know, there are always fast times that are swam throughout the world. You know, I'm sure Chad's going to swim a good time too if he decides to swim that race. So, I mean, I think the biggest thing is just really preparing myself, and if I'm at the best, then that's all I can ask for. And, you know, like I said before, I do understand that I do have to swim faster to have a chance to win the gold medal. I do know that. And like I said, there are just a bunch of little small things that I know I can improve on. So, you know, Hagino does have a full schedule too. Mine's a little tapered back, so hopefully the old man strength can kick in.
Great. Thank you, everybody. We'll
Thanks,
see you
guys.
tomorrow
Go
morning.
ahead, one more.
Oh, there's one more.
Hi, I'm Sky Slopey and I'm 10 years old. I was just wondering if you would hope Boomer would swim, and if so, what stroke?
Boomer got in the water once. He was not happy with me. The water might have been a little too cold, so I think we're going to try heating our pool up a little bit more, and maybe he'll like that. He loves the bath, so he does like the water. He kind of just like plays with the water faucet. I don't know if he'll be a swimmer. If he is, I'll give him some pointers. I don't know. I'm going to kind of leave it up to him. You know, I'm kind of looking forward to just watching him grow up, and I mean, just over the last 2 weeks, he's grown so much. So It's an exciting time, and it's just exciting to have him be here. Thanks, guys.